Good morning, welcome back to the zombie apocalypse in Louisville. And to some zombies doing an incursion here in our area that I barely noticed. I have some questionable things planned today. First of all, I want to grab this car here and do a little loop-de-loop scout around tour. Let me just open up the map and then we'll have a look. So I was thinking, well, first of all, when we're scouting with a car, we're gonna drag some zombies in behind us. So the tour needs to end with us probably coming up this road, coming up here, and then going this way around. This is like the least, like anything following us we will lose over here, and they might get stuck in this area. But that's fine, as long as we don't drag anything inside. So I was thinking we're gonna drive down here, get a look at the front of the school, then come up through the neighborhood in some sort of way. And then up around. Like nothing too crazy, just, get a look of the area around, see how the zombie population is looking, especially for the school. The other thing I want to do is get back into one of these houses in the top floor, and then from a top floor window, take a look at the school. Just maybe we can make out, a little bit more of the layout, both with the scouting trip and with looking from a top floor. Can we suss out where the classrooms are, where, if it has a library at all, and if so, where it is, that kind of stuff. So that's the first part of the plan. Build this up a little bit more. That should be enough for this trip that we have planned. And yes, I'm using that car because, hey, we might have to do some pushing through zombies, and then I don't wanna hurt my CUDA too much. Actually, I don't want to hurt it at all. So we got a radio station here next to that hospital thing. That looks like that's the typical color of the bank. Can't quite make out that sign from here. I gotta say though, so far I'm disappointed is the wrong word. I'm kind of surprised how few zombies there are in some of these areas. Well, this looks a little bit more busy. Especially things like that school. Sure, there was like 20 zombies coming out of the school building, but if you think about when we did the Akron community college, that was definitely different. This is a church or something, right? Got a big building over here. Building right here. Lots of individual houses down here. Okay, Spiffos is busy. Oh, there's bigger hordes down there. Okay, and keep in mind, like what I think is always on these settings a little bit scary, 5% runners. If the RNG is not in your favor, then that group of 10 zombies might have 3 runners. It's all percentage chance. Or that group of 20 zombies has not a single runner. Who knows? Like the little bit of randomness that I kinda don't like, but I also think it spices the whole thing up. There's a barricaded house here. Okay. Now, these single-story houses usually not that great when it comes to survivor house loot. don't think we take the long way around. Just get out of this area for now. Here's another gas station. Yeah. This is more familiar now. And there's the big brewery, distillery. We have lots of distillery events. You always find those here. Some of them really gonna be in good condition also. Some sort of warehouse back here. I never remember what this one actually is for. And that electricity thing. Way more, like I've looked at this from the top windows and I've never seen any zombies, but there's actually way more than expected. Oh my. Oh, hello there. There's a sledgehammer. So I was going to, if we had huge numbers following us, I was going to drag them around the corner, but now I'm actually thinking, hey, do we kill this for the sledge? Do we need a sledge for anything at this moment? Not really. But that's beside the point, right? We're good to draw a weapon. You don't get a sledgehammer because you need a sledgehammer, you get a sledgehammer to have a sledgehammer. Bring in some other stuff. We have very little storage space. We really need a better backpack. I'm not 100% sure why I'm picking up the fishing gear. It's like, yes, there is the river right behind this factory area. Yeah, also it looks like no zombies got caught up in this area from the house alarm or anything else. So that's nice. We do have a runner coming in, we are over encumbered. But shoot me one-on-one, that shouldn't be a problem. These are weapon breaks. Okay. That stuff inside. Now, I did say I wanted to then, you know, finish the scouting tour and come back home. Now that we're here, that hasn't been that wild, why don't we extend the scouting tour to check out that knife factory? So many in this industrial area, though. Oh boy. Further away than I thought. A nice police power wagon. Yeah, that is the knife here as the sign. I guess the zombies over there. I don't think it would be healthy to just get out and start fighting. I guess we need to go back this way. Alright. I feel like driving around has been sometimes a little bit more choppy than what it used to be. So sorry if it seems that way to you when you're watching this. It also seems that way to me while driving. Okay, so far so good. Change that all into that car. And then we'll park you back here. Not be a plan. So the front side of the school didn't look that busy. I'm kinda carefully optimistic that maybe we can get into the school from the back. Gonna have to literally play it by ear, as and listen and see how many zombies are active there. So we know there's the canteen area over there, so kitchen area here. I would assume this is like a gym or something. I also assume that this is a zombie. See what we can see from up top. One house where I left the zombie in there. Oh, hang on. This was barricaded. How did you... Shouldn't be able to destroy that. As the whole single zombie can't destroy doors only really applies to doors, and they can still damage barricades. Hey, why am I seeing the rooftop but I can't see into the rooms? There's very few windows though. Also 2 zombies coming at me. Maybe if we go one house over. Way more come pouring out of the school than I like. Well, first of all, using military boots, like I really like these black and white sneakers. They go really well with the bear headdress. Need to find some other pants. Gotta start dressing for style. Alright, let me get into this one. Take another look. Closer to that window, yes. Does that do anything for me? Absolutely not. Hmm. So, one thing where I'm kinda, I don't want to say rushing this necessarily, but looking into this now is power is still on. And that really helps with these big buildings, having the light inside and not having to screw around with a flashlight. Not bring any food with me on this little trip. Be something left in the kitchen, so I didn't really take all of it with me. Yeah, okay. We can't sharpen our meat cleaver. Okay, it's still in a decent condition. Got a single long corridor here. Side, this is a cleaning closet kind of thing. Kitchen area. Yeah. This leads then in the into the main hallway. Look at that, another cheerleader. Well, just, you know, planning for the summer here. Actually, I was just dismissing that kitchen as, what do I care about the kitchen? Could be a plethora of meat cleavers in here, right? Or none. One of the two. Don't like that doorway behind me. Right. Just as I say it. Bye-bye. Let's get out of here. Ooh. There's just the right amount of pushing and shoving and killing to not get any bitey sounds here. Hate that single doorway, single hallway fighting situation. Now we just got ourselves a sledgehammer. I think this school needs another entrance. Didn't I say equip in both hands? What you do? Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about not enough zombies in the buildings anymore here. It looked so tame from last time when we were here. It looked very tame as we were driving past on the front. It's like a constant stream, a constant trickle of zombies coming. But I heard at least one more there. Actually put that and that in the backpack. Attach this to the back. Nice triple entrance leading right into the main hallway. Okay, well, I think this is gonna be something for tomorrow then. Oh. Okay, that's like 15 zombies here in the schoolyard. Yeah, this place is shaping up to be a little bit more trouble than I initially thought. Oh, I wonder also if the zombies we were encountering here inside this area is part of the peak day population. I don't know how it works. If the so on default apocalypse settings, right, there's a zombie peak at day 28. So before that, you don't have all the zombies on the field. So you still have zombies basically spawning in. I just don't know if it happens even in areas where you're currently active. So put all the empty gas cans in here and eventually fuel those up. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention with the bad weather days, look at that. Completely empty, all unloaded. We just have the propane left in here. Car also fully emptied out. And the base doesn't look like crap. You got like dedicated storages for like tailoring stuff. Here's our fishing stuff. Carpentry, shenanigans. Right, this is still unsorted here in the map. Don't look at those two shelves. But the rest, you know, and even, you know, to have our dinner, we have a little table set up here. Isn't that lovely? Wonderful. I'll get myself fed, and I'll catch you in the morning. Right, it is the next morning. We are heading out towards the school again. I did also program the emergency broadcast channel into the car radio finally, so we can have a little bit of a listen if there's any announcement about power fluctuations or how the weather is going to be the next couple of days. But definitely way more there last night. Still nothing about the power. That's hopefully for tomorrow, isn't it? Ah. Nothing too crazy though. I did pick up the cheerleading pom-poms from this guy. I just couldn't find where I put them. All the new order in the base, and I already can't find the loot I looted a couple days ago. Humvee key. I don't think I've seen a Humvee anywhere when we were driving by. I feel like I've gotten a ton of keys for vehicles where I then don't see the vehicle. We have a quick look in here. Okay, nobody in there. Nobody really out front. What's this then? Have the time. Okay, so it's like the teacher's lounge, or maybe administration or something like that. Yeah, I much prefer fighting in these open hallways. And I'm somewhat certain that nothing's gonna come through the front door. Yeah, this is clear, this is all clear, okay. Janitor. School key, yeah, like the Arch utility trailer never found. Southern Eastern paint. Oh no, we found that. We found that one. So much for guaranteed nobody coming through the front door behind me. I might have gone out this window, come in here. What? Oh, this is broken now. It's not necessarily something I like. Maybe have a quick look outside here. Also allows me to double check if we want to have a cheerleader on your uniform later for the summer. You know, to feel young again. Definitely not a Humvee over here. Are there no windows on the top floor? That's this sports hall. It's just high. Yeah, look, this is a classroom. It has a single shitty small window. That's not. Any school I've ever been in had windows all along. It's for completeness sake, I want to check these kitchen storages. Confirm that we're not getting any more meat cleavers anytime soon. You get a meat cleaver to your face. Classroom, 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 classroom. Everything here on the ground floor seems to be a classroom. Up. See something behind the door. Behind the wall, rather. Doors. Alright. Now one thing. It may or may not be a good idea. I did bring sheet ropes, nails, a hammer. Attach an escape rope here. Okay. That's just an idea. You know, if we get stuck on the upper floor of the school, at least we have an alternative escape route, but it's fine. We just don't get. I'm not gonna get stuck. Don't need an escape route if you don't need an escape route. But we have those already. And we're not gonna need butchering 5 anytime soon. Three is the one tailoring book we already have. Okay, so yeah. The typical school library experience in build 42. Here's what you're gonna get. Nothing. What's that? You're gonna get called into the windowless room. This is a questionable school. Assuming these are bathrooms because they're just in line with the bathrooms downstairs. This looks like a stairway going up top. Okay, but you don't have 3 bathrooms, right? So then probably this one is a like utility closet or something. This is where you keep your spare carpentry books, right? Classrooms. I don't see another stairwell. My concerns is like alerting zombies that are below us. Oh, presence up here. Okay, there's another stairwell over there. Okay, I guess he's teaching that classroom next hour, next lesson. Winning one. Only news trapping and tracking inside Louisville? I don't know. First of all, let's eat something. Okay, you know, the whole sheet rope idea is not working out. So I don't want to be weighed down by that. I'm gonna drop those here. That allows me then also to shift all these books into the backpack for weight reduction. Let's check out this room behind me here first. Windows in these classrooms. What's wrong with people? Two. Okay, yeah, sure. Classrooms definitely better place for skill books than the library. Okay, that is good to know. We know there's a stairway up top. We know there's a stairway up top at the north end of the school. So we can run up there, run down the other side in an emergency. With this thing secondary. Shift some books into that. We should totally get our axe back on the back, so we have a backup weapon on the back. That's why it's called a backup weapon. Because it's up on my... Okay, shut up. Books there. There's one zombie on the stairway undecided. Carpentry 2. Get in there. Stairwell zombie is no longer a stairwell zombie. He's now wouldn't you like to know where I am zombie? So I should just that. This way we can fit exactly 8 books in here. It might have been stable zombie. I definitely saw the red baseball cap, which is never a good sign, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I got to the wrong neighborhood there. What is happening in that classroom? I think there were 20 zombies in there. Okay, this is fine. It's in, you know, for various values of fine. Actually, I can't imagine any circumstances where this is actually fine. Except if they're all slow zombies and are gonna trickle out here in 1s and 2s. Really, like, she was on me and everybody else in this classroom was just looking. It's like, what's happening here? We haven't had a fresh brain to eat in 22 days. Keeping an eye on the path. Yeah, like, what? There was like 8, 12? I don't know. It looked like a very busy classroom. He's like, oh, no, I'm gonna walk straight towards her. Damn, now I don't see her anymore. On a door somewhere? More inside. These 3 downstairs. Not able to figure out how to get upstairs. Oh, and the classroom across the hall I just never looked into. Had my back towards the whole time. Okay, now this is a little bit of an issue. Drop you. Equip you. Throw away you. Second. Right, sorry about that. Just had somebody at the door there. Real life intruding. I wanna get... I'm thinking that's probably better than the satchel. A whopping 10 capacity. Alright. Place that here. Put the books in there. We're going to put all the other books. I'll put magazine. Also in there. Just in case, I'm going to leave the carpentry book on myself. It's the most important one. And this way, when we're leaving, we can just pick up that backpack and skedaddle. Then we have mechanics too, but let's just take it. We definitely have agriculture, and I still don't care about first aid. Oh, second. We have a whistle yet? We do. Masonry, we haven't have red already. Okay. Well, yes, classrooms up here are done. All good finds. But give me my weapon. You punks! Stop hanging around my car. When you be in class. Honestly, I kinda actually like the classrooms now being the better place for books than the library. So it's less of a hidden run, get in there, get the library, get out again. But, you know, you have to actually clear the building, gotta work for your rewards. With that in mind, we have some daylight left here. What we don't have is a backup weapon if this X breaks. Which we're far away from. But we might do a quick run here into the sports goods. You know, grab a baseball bat or two. Or one. Okay, how's the front looking? Imagine if this was built 41 still. Like all the tables here, that can get you to carpentry 10. If you have all the books. Read book, dismantle a couple tables, read next book. These unhealthy snacks in this school. This is not what our kids should be eating. I mean, it is what they should be eating, but not in school. Like me, I saw the guy in there. A nice window you have there. I think having power still on is such such a nice little addition here for this raid. Let it be running through the doorways. Okay, this is the sketchy part. Fishing one, yeah, sure. Really wish I had made a list. One zombie in the hallway. Two zombies in the hallway, and neither of them looks like the one I saw, briefly run through. You need zombies that are hard of hearing. Come on, turn around. How could he miss here? I was at arm's length for him. Oh, okay, he didn't have any arms. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. Actually, give me a scalpel. Some crafting stuff that needs that. You can bang on that door all day long if you want. Where's the take bottle? What's in there anyway? Is that 0.75? Am I reading that correctly? But then again, that's actually perfect. So the bottle shouldn't be... No, it's 10.7. Right. Okay. We're driving home. So, it's primary. Take out all that. What a haul. School adventure. Okay. Resounding success. Water dispenser bottle even. And then books. Read that magazine quickly, so we can just put that away with all the other red magazines in here. And unfortunately, our little library here, we have one bookshelf that is completely full. So I need to find a better solution for that. An even better solution than throwing the books on the ground. Actually, I can now get the idea of, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 in there. Don't need that. And look here, 1 and 2. None in here. Butchering, fishing, 1, 2, 3. Use duplicate. Just trying to get rid of some of the duplicates. Carpentry in my backpack. We're going to read that right away. Forging 2, 3, 4. Make it 1 and 2. Let's duplicate napping, long blade mechanics 1 and 2. Okay, 3 of those now. Moving 1 to 5. So 2 is duplicate. Right. Exciting, sorting out books. Pottery 1 and 2. 3. Building 1, 2, trapping, tailoring. With the same tailoring book, yes. I think I sorted out all the duplicates. Triple checking that I have the carpentry in here. Cool. You know what? Put the whole backpack in the garbage. Yeah. I'm confident that those were all duplicate books. Alright. So we got carpentry 2. It was the main book I wanted to find. I kind of also wanted to find tailoring 1, so we can start doing some tailoring, and foraging 1, so we get some foraging XP. But you know what? Foraging is reasonably easy to get the first 2 levels, and we have the books after that. I think we even... Oh, we have... Actually, never mind. We have level 2 foraging already from... traits. Started with wilderness knowledge. Yeah, right, I remember that. Right, so we're gonna have a little bit of a time skip again, because I'm gonna be reading that carpentry book, reading the mechanics book, so you can also watch the Kazone tape here, the second one we found, and also finish reading cooking for what it's worth. And then next episode, with the added carpentry skill, we're gonna start building our wall, building our gate over here. For now, I'm gonna put it in here. And yeah, it's probably gonna be like 2 or 3 days of me just doing stuff off camera, sitting around reading books, and I'll get you back in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.